I mean, usually when it's like this, it's a thunderstorm. It's not a hurricane, but it's nice. It's not real cold, but it's wet, and it's not much traffic. Nobody's coming up to enjoy it very much.
And as Tom said, yes, there have not been a lot of visitors up here, which is a good thing. We know that this is the brunt of the storm, but people are staying home and heeding our advice that you need to stay home and stay off the roads because, again, while the eye of the storm may have moved through these winds, I can really feel it, and I'm kind of a little tucked under over here. I can still really feel those winds whipping up, and it's just not safe to be out here, and you'll get soaked.
Yeah, we can see that bar on the side of Abby blowing in the wind, the tree branches as well. The rain's still coming down out there. A lot of people think, oh, the storm's over. Not so much.
Not so much. All right, so let's bring in CBS 8's Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis. We have been tracking Hilary all weekend. Hilary's here. Where's she going next?
Hilary's going to continue to move towards the north, and she has Nevada in her path. So we're talking about being on the backside of this storm system. We already had the brunt. We had the heaviest. It started to move in around, I want to say, like 2 o'clock into about 5 o'clock, and we had those downpours, and we even had a tornado warning that was issued, and that was near Alpine because one of those feeder pans did show some rotation with a strong thunderstorm. The latest with Hilary, it is moving towards the north, and it's racing towards the north at 23 miles per hour. Maximum sustained wind speeds are at 50 miles per hour, and it's about 25 miles to the south-southwest of Palm Springs, California, where they are getting the brunt of it right now. You're talking about strong gusty winds as well as a lot of rainfall. Hilary will maintain tropical storm status as we hit tonight at 11 p.m. It made landfall, that center of circulation, over San Diego County a couple hours ago, and so we were talking about this system moving in. We were dealing with a lot of heavy rainfall ahead of it, but there's moisture behind it, and that's what's going to bring even more rainfall. So we're still talking about wet weather in the forecast through tonight, post-tropical with Hilary as we hit tomorrow over northern Nevada. Over the last 6 hours, we've been seeing an influx of moisture. You'll notice the green gets a little bit lighter as we hit right now, but still talking about light to moderate rainfall. We did have those stronger pockets of rainfall that moved through earlier today. It even prompted flash flood warnings across the county. We still have a flood watch because of additional rainfall. We'll go ahead and take a look at how much we received so far coming up. Kirsten and Steve.
Thank you for that, Carlene. Okay, so with all of this rain, a big concern was the Mission Valley area, which is prone to flooding.
CBS 8's Brian White is there right now with what it's like in that area. Brian.
Steve and Kirsten, we've seen some steady rain and some wind out here. It's picked up a little bit. The raindrops are getting a little heavier, a little more windier out here in recent minutes. But altogether, nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy so far. We want to go ahead and show you some of the flooding here on Avenida del Rio. The water has been flowing over the road here as the San Diego River continues to rise. Take a look at some of the video photographer Jordan Ray shot of the flooding here over the past hour. Last check, the San Diego River was over 5 feet and still rising, but altogether not as bad as we previously thought it was going to get out here. Still not something you want to try crossing by foot or in a car. We have seen lifeguards posted up out here off and on to monitor the flooding, and barricades have been set up as this road is one of about 9 road closures in the Mission Valley area. Now, we caught up with Ricardo Vargas. He lives in nearby apartments here, and here's what he had to say about the weather.
We prepared to hunker down. I was able to get some water, some food and whatnot before all of this happened. But I expected it to be worse. I expected it to be windy. But honestly, it looks like everybody's going on with their life. There's people at Fashion Valley shopping like nothing is going on. So, hey, looks like we're going to make it through.
Now back out here live, you can see the water rushing over the road here. And as far as traffic out on the wet roads here in Mission Valley, we've seen some cars, but not a whole lot. It seems that most people are staying hunkered down in their homes right now. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you for that, Brian. Okay, so the deserts are getting hit especially hard during the storm.
Yeah, we knew that that area was going to be hit particularly hard. So right now we're going to go ahead and send things over to CBS 8's Andy Judson. She is live in Palm Springs. Andy, man, you have been out in some brutal conditions all day, and by the way you're holding your hat there, I'm guessing it's still pretty rough out there.
It is really rough out here. Actually, I want to show you what's happening behind me. There is a flash flood warning in place, and I feel like we're very much experiencing it. Let me step out of the camera here so you can see actually, last time we came to you, we were right in the middle of this, and just within the last 10 minutes, this has expanded to twice as much as it was. So you can just get an idea of how much water just comes in quickly, and you can get an idea of why this road that we're here on is blocked off. We're on Vista Chino Road in Palm Springs, and you can just see how quickly this water moves in and how much of it moves in all so fast. So it's a really good example of turn around, don't drown. Your car is not a boat, because that is why we actually have an officer behind us blocking off this road, making sure no one drives down here. So it shows that, you know, in the desert, it's all sand, so it doesn't quite soak in like in other parts of California. So this is how this water just comes in so quickly, and why it's such an issue for flooding here in Palm Springs in the desert areas throughout California when we have these storms. But we're really experiencing Hilary right now, just probably the strongest, one of the strongest it's been since we've been out here for the last couple of hours. So we'll continue to keep you updated out here, but I'll send it back to you in studio.
You know, Andy, in the live shot before yours, we had a reporter down in the Mission Valley area, and just within an hour between his live shots, the water was much rougher going across the road. Now we're seeing your live shot, and that water is much rougher going across the road. This kind of shows folks at home how quickly the situations can change when we're in these types of rain events.
Yeah, exactly. We actually were standing probably in the middle of how fast this water moved, and we've moved up since then. So I'm actually hearing on my phone another flash flood warning for this area. So at least they're being on top of telling the public here. But yeah, it's a really good example of how quickly that water can move in here.
All right, you got to be careful for those flash flooding. Be careful out there, Andy. You guys stay safe, and thank you for bringing us the latest from Palm Springs.
Really dangerous situations out there. Okay, we are going to be hearing from an SDG&E spokesperson coming up right after the break to give you a closer look at how their crews are responding to the increasing power outages that we now have around the county.
And just a reminder, for the latest weather alerts, you can get those right to your phone. All you have to do is download the free CBS 8 app. It's available in the Apple App Store or on Google Play. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Here, call Morgan & Morgan. Protecting America. Fighting for you. For the people.
Sorry. Bad driver. What would you say if Honda go ahead and pay for your groceries today? Really? Yeah, we'll pay for all your food, no problem. Oh, wow.
So it's actually real.
It
You
is.
help people.
All right. Thank you.
Today we help people with their groceries.
$368.68.
And guess what? It's on Honda.
And we can help you too with a great deal on a reliable, award-winning Honda. Right now, you can lease the 2023 Accord LX for just $289 a month plus tax. And we'll cover 2 years of scheduled maintenance with Honda Service Pass.
What do you call saving 30% or more on your energy bill? What about getting energy-saving home improvements at no cost to you? That is an energy assist from SDG&E. Applying is quick and easy and completely confidential. So see if you qualify. Just visit sdge.com/assistance.
At Cox Mobile, we know other mobile companies like you to stay put with one type of plan. But we know life can take you anywhere, which is why you get the freedom to choose a data plan that actually fits you and the ease of changing it up anytime. Choose between pay-as-you-gig or gig unlimited, all while running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability. Flexibility feels good. Cox Mobile, we're different because you're different. Whether you want to put your savings to work so your money works harder for you, or you want to get a really good rate on a loan or credit card, or you just want a real live person to talk to and answer your questions, it helps to have Mission Fed by your side. Times like these call for banking like this. Let Mission Fed work for you.
Developing for you right now, this is a live look in La Jolla where a large eucalyptus tree fell into a 2-story apartment complex. Crews say that there are no injuries reported at this time, Again, a large eucalyptus tree, you see it there on your screen, has fallen onto a 2-story apartment complex. This has been an issue whenever we have wind events in our area. Those eucalyptus trees have shallower roots, and sometimes this is a problem. We were expecting some downed trees with this storm, and we have a report of it right now. We will continue to keep you updated with new information as we learn more, but this is definitely a situation that we want you to be aware of as it comes with those trees.
The ground's saturated, the wind is out there, and sometimes you get those trees falling on apartment complexes, sometimes you get them falling on power lines.
And sometimes you get them falling on cars. I've covered that story before, so please use extreme caution. Watch out for those trees. As you see on your screen, a large eucalyptus tree actually fell into an apartment in La Jolla. No reports of injuries right now, but we'll stay on top of this situation for you. Another situation we're staying on top of right now, thousands of people across our county are without power.
SDG&E says they are working right now to restore those outages as quickly as possible. We now have SDG&E spokesperson Candace Hadley on the phone with us now. And Candace, what are the next steps in order to help these folks get their power back? And it appears that Candace can't hear us, so let's go ahead. Oh, there you go. Hey, Candace, how are you?
Hi, can you hear me?
We can. Candace, what's the situation like out there for customers of SDG&E with outages?
Yeah, thanks so much, Steve and Kirsten, for reaching out. Right now, we have crews responding to a variety of scenarios, but they are out in the field working hard to restore power to customers that have been affected by this storm throughout the day. If you've taken a look at our outage map, you can see that those outages are throughout the region. We hope that our customers are tuning into that map so they can get situational awareness on all the work that they're doing out there.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You know, we've been preparing for Hilary for a few days now. What has SDG&E done to prepare to make sure that people can stay safe and hopefully not have to sit in the dark for too long?
Yeah, so this has been an all hands on deck, just awesome regional preparedness effort. We are coordinating with local and state agencies, including the county's Office of Emergency Services, EOC. We've increased the number of crews and staged equipment and resources so that our guys, our experts out there, when they do get reported an outage, that they can go respond and restore power as quickly and safely as possible. And you may have received a text, call, or email from us just reminding customers whenever these come in, it's so important to be prepared. You know, we want to ensure that you have everything you need in case you do have an unplanned outage.
Candace, that outage map that you showed us earlier really is a valuable tool for folks to not only see where the outage is, but also it kind of gives an estimated time of restoration for your power. But I also noticed that when you click on a lot of them, it says that you guys are assessing the outage to determine the cause. What usually is the cause when we have weather events like this? Is it eucalyptus trees falling on power lines, or is it simply, you know, people overloading systems because they're home? Is it water getting into the systems? What do we tend to see in these rain events?
You know what, Steve? It's due to a lot of different things. That's really hard to say because when you get winds and heavy rains, it could be a variety of reasons, right? And so our crews, when it says assessing, they really are assessing, meaning they are in there looking at the lines, seeing who they can re-energize. But the most important thing, you know, Steve and Kirsten, is safety, not just of our customers, but of our crews. So at times, the power may take a little bit more time to restore. You know, we have to make sure that the winds and also flooding or other conditions, you know, don't pose a risk to those guys who are working hard to restore. And so that's why sometimes that repair or that restoration takes a little bit more time. But yes, this has been a dynamic situation all day. So we've seen a large array of reasons as to why power is out in several locations.
Definitely an all-hands-on-deck situation from SDG&E. Thank you so much, Candace Hadley, for sharing that information with us as we track all things Hilary in our area.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
All right, speaking of tracking Hilary, all right, so the eye actually made its way through our area. And now we're going to bring in Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis to see what is up next.
We're still dealing with rainfall in the forecast, so we're not done yet. And also the wind speeds are starting to pick up. And that's with the passage of Hilary moving towards the north of us. So we're still dealing with some of those effects. As mentioned previously, first will come the rain, then will come some stronger gustier winds. So we do have reduced visibility out there, a lot of cloud cover, still looking at a pretty active radar. 69 degrees current temperature for downtown. You got winds out of the south-southeast at about 18 miles per hour. We've had reduced visibility throughout the day. It's down to less than 2 miles for Ramona, about 2 miles for El Cajon, also 2 miles for Imperial Beach, and 4 miles for Kearney Mesa and Miramar. Wind speeds are picking up to the teens right now for downtown, the same for Carlsbad and for Ramona, as well as Sill Hill and for Campo. 21 miles per hour with the sustained wind speed for Boulevard, and you have those gusts that are picking up. 35 miles per hour with the current wind gust for Carlsbad. Also the 20s for Fallbrook, for Escondido, the same for Ramona. 30 miles per hour for Mount Laguna, and we still have some gustier winds across downtown at 28 miles per hour. Chula Vista has a gust of 18 miles per hour. When it comes to flood advisories, we've been seeing those on again, off again, especially when we started to have those stronger feeder bands that moved in earlier this afternoon, and then to the early evening hours, we started to see the activity kind of die down once we had the system move over us. So that center of circulation, a lot of the moisture, the bulk of it was ahead of it. So it has lifted towards the north, and that's where we're seeing a lot of the flood concerns across LA, seeing that across the Palm Springs area. Andy has been out there and talking about the heavy rain as well as the strong winds that are picking up in Palm Springs. We're still looking at the bulk of that moisture towards the north of us, but we're not done just yet. You still have a chance for more wet weather in the forecast. It's going to be trailing in right behind that center of circulation. So as Hilary continues to quickly move out, still talking about a chance for more wet weather in the forecast. This is our current radar. We are looking at more moderate rainfall from Del Mar towards Chula Vista, encompassing downtown. You also see that across Palomar Mountain, and we're just seeing some light to moderate rainfall and still holding on to those chances for the next few hours as we continue to see a lot of that moisture still moving in just south of the border, streaming in across northern Baja, lifting towards the north, and it will impact us. We're still holding on to a flood watch across the county. You're seeing that through Monday morning west of the mountains, and through about Monday evening, early Monday evening for the mountains and the desert. We could see more of an influx of that moisture across North County, heavier pockets of rainfall around 8:40, and then start to see that activity lifting out as we hit the overnight hours. Most areas west of the mountains have actually seen more than an inch of rainfall when it came to this. The most that we saw was more than 6 inches from Mount Laguna. We dry out completely by tomorrow afternoon. We're going to stay below seasonal with our temperatures, and a lot more sunshine is in store for the next 8 days, giving us more time to dry out. We'll be right back after the break.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Wondering if something you see online is true? Our National Verify team is here to help. We fact-check viral posts using first-hand sources every day. Email it to us at questions@verifythis.com, and we'll verify right here on CBS 8.
America, come along with our adventure seekers, the Sanchez family, and discover summer with the Ford F-150. See how available features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist make backing up as easy as turning a knob. Watch as Pro Power on board lights up the night. And Ford Blue Cruise makes driving even more fun.
Now cruising.
Get 0% APR limited term financing plus up to $1,000 bonus cash on a 2023 Ford F-150 XLT, only at your San Diego County Ford dealers.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Lease an Elantra for $219 per month or get 3.29% APR. That's how you drive San Diego.
Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. protecting America, fighting for you, for the people.
Ooh, there's only 2 chairs left. You better hurry.
The power to get there in no time? That's what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine. Not today, brother.
Go, 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 go.
You got this.
Mom?
You snooze, you lose.
C'est la vie, as I always say. Dad, you've never said that before.
Never.
The BMW Electric Summer On Sales event is on now. Lease the 2024 BMW iX Drive 50 for $799 per month now through September 4th.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Strong winds and heavy rain are continuing across San Diego County, and right now we have CBS 8's Jasmine Ramirez live for us in Ramona.
Jasmine, what are the conditions like out where you are at this point?
Well, I can tell you guys over the past hour or so, the wind has picked up quite a bit. We've also started to see quite a bit more rain. It's been really interesting out here. We've had breaks where we've seen hardly any rain at all, and then moments where it just comes dumping down really, really heavy. And as far as traffic goes, I'll also go ahead and give you guys a look at the roads. They're pretty dead. We haven't seen a ton of cars out here, which is a really good sign. That means people have taken some of the warnings seriously. They've tried to stay home, stay off the roadways. And as far as the roads go, we haven't really seen any major flooding. I have noticed some areas where water has kind of pooled up along the sides of the roadways. Now, we've also driven around Ramona, and we haven't seen any major flooding in areas that are typically prone to flooding here. We're also going to show you some video from earlier. This was around 4 p.m. when we also saw quite a bit of rainfall just in a really short period of time. So that is where we saw some pooling in different areas here in Ramona. But we plan just to stay out here through the evening, expect probably some more rainfall, and we'll just keep you guys updated.
All right, Jasmine, appreciate the update from out there.
Yeah, okay, so stick around. We'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $2,500 bonus cash on the Tucson or Santa Fe, or get 3.29% APR plus up to $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Best thing about being a pitcher, rest days between starts. Refuel so I'm ready for my next game. Everyone needs a place to re-energize. And I always make time for family. Then a little me time to relax and get ready. Saquon, I made it mine, make it yours.
Every year, summer poses the same question. How do you make the most of every moment before it passes you by? The simple answer, don't wait. Get behind the wheel of the BMW you've always wanted and tell summer it's on. Don't miss out. The BMW Summer On Sales Event is on now. Hurry in for credit of up to $2,000 on select models now through September 4th.
Deadly counterfeit pills and powders are in San Diego County. They can make you drowsy and lead to organ failure. The changes are so subtle that overdoses look similar to sleeping. Learn how to recognize and respond to an overdose at SanDiegoOpioidProject.com.
Send us your weather photos with Near Me on the CBS 8 app. Just select your photo and share. See it, shoot it, share it. Near Me on the CBS 8 app.
All right, we have been tracking Hilary for a few days now. She has made landfall, and she's moving through.
She has moved through.
And yet, once again, I can hear the rain coming down on our studio. We think, okay, it's moved on through, we're safe, and
And that's the thing, that's what we talk about is a lot of that moisture, the bulk of it was ahead of the storm system, but now we are dealing with some rainfall behind it. So we're not in the clear just yet, even though the center of circulation has lifted. We are still holding on to rainfall in the forecast through tonight. Flood watch is still in effect for the entire county. You hear your Hilary headlines. Hilary did make landfall in San Diego as a tropical storm earlier this evening. Also looking at a chance for more rain. We're hearing it right here in our studios above our head in Kearney Mesa. Also, flood concerns are still in effect. We still have that flood watch that takes us through tomorrow. The latest with Hilary, it is moving still fast towards the north at 23 miles per hour. Maximum sustained wind speeds are at 50 miles per hour. It was 60 when it was over northern Baja, and it will continue to race towards the north. Still a tropical storm, and that will be later on tonight around 11 p.m. with the latest projection when it comes to the National Hurricane Center and a post-tropical system over northern portions of Nevada as we hit the forecast tomorrow morning. Back to you, Tim.
A lot of those models that we saw earlier are pretty much what we're seeing now with the Palm Springs area getting hit and now moving on into Nevada. So
absolutely.
Yeah, great job out there, Carlene. Thank you very much. And thank you for joining us tonight at 6:30.
We'll see you right back here later tonight.